home to over 300 temples, and the largest night market in Thailand. A paradise for adventure enthusiasts, but also a slow-paced city. Welcome to Chiang Mai. Let's dive into the monthly expenses when living in Chiang Mai. Food first. I usually like to have eggs, milk, some bread for the breakfast, and I usually get that from the grocery store, let's say once every week or so. And that costs me around 150 to 300 baht per week, around 800 baht per month. And then for lunch and dinner, I usually prefer to have at least one warm meal per day, and maybe usually eat out or order in once in 2 days or so. And that usually doesn't cost more than 50 to 100 baht per meal. Then eating out on the weekends or drinks, etc. can cost extra, but overall the monthly expense for food comes to around total 3,500 per month. Next is the biggest of all, accommodation. The rents may be based on the area that you live in, but mostly they would lie in the range of around $150 to $400 per month. And in that budget, you can get a comfortable home with also maybe some of the services, for example, having a gym, having a swimming pool in your society itself, maybe even having a convenience store beside or inside your society, and that makes life so much easier. Well, in some of the societies, you can also get services like high-speed internet. Like in my case, I get the high-speed internet in the lobby only, not in the room. So in the room I have my own Wi-Fi, and apart from that you may also get a co-working space in this budget. Next up, utilities, and that includes water bill, which is mostly not around 100 to 150 baht per month, maybe maximum 200. And then for electricity, it depends on which season you are in. So let's say if you're using a lot of air conditioner versus not at all using it. For example, when I came in April, that was the hottest month, and I was using AC then, and now in May I don't use it so much, maybe a couple of hours per day or so. The electricity is around 800 to 1500 baht per month. Let's add the home supplies as well, which can be around 500 to 1000 baht per month, cleaning supplies and other stuff. For my phone bill, I usually go for the one which is 30 GB per month, and that usually suffices for me, and it's 5G, so that's good enough, and that costs me around 200 to 300 baht per month. Then transportation is another big chunk of expense. For me, I either rent a scooter for, let's say, some certain duration, or I just prefer to use a bike, or the in-drive bikes and Bolt, etc. So the bike ride would be around 40 to 60 baht per ride, and it depends on how far you live from the area that you usually go to. So let's say, and maybe taking the car sometimes, which is also around 100 baht per ride. So for total, let's settle at 200 to 300 baht per month for the conveyance expenses. If you're into sports and you want to join some classes, or maybe just pay for the subscription, and if it is not included, let's say in your society itself, then you can expect to pay around 500 to 1500 baht per month extra on that. And then insurance is completely up to you. I have a travel insurance. I usually rely on that, and that costs around 1000 baht per month. I don't know how you will survive without shopping when you are in the shopping haven, and I love to buy new dresses, and the linen especially is so good here in Thailand, so I spend a lot on shopping too. And I would say the dresses usually cost around 100 to 400 baht, and those are like good pretty dresses, maybe from the Sunday market, maybe from the other markets as well, so expect to spend on shopping too. For travel getaways, usually I would do the day travel, or maybe for a couple of days, let's say to Pai or Chiang Rai, etc. So for that too, the bus rides, the coach rides, etc. would be 500 baht for two-way, and then maybe for stay, let's say 200 to 300 baht per night. I prefer hostels because it's just for a night or so, and yes, I mean that's mostly for getting around, etc. I tried to be as precise as possible, and this has brought me to a total of almost 21,000 baht, which is almost 45,000 Indian rupees, and which is almost $700. So that's overall the total amount that I can see, completely based on how I spend, the kind of accommodation I got, etc. But yes, that's the total that we have come up to. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you drop a like, a subscribe, and I will see you soon with more such travel content.